Hello, my name is Carl Salaya. In this presentation, I will be studying sacred geometry, specifically how followers ascribe symbolic and sacred meaning to certain geometric shapes. Starting at the historical origins of geometry, we will then explore a revitalized modern-day take on sacred geometry. This will also serve as an urgent plea to look past our differences and look at what connects us all. This is such an exciting topic as more people turn towards more inclusive religion beliefs. The concept of sacred geometrical proportions predates most religions but can also accept a wide variety of ancient cultures as sacred. This can perhaps bring the world a more universal understanding of our human urge to connect to the divine. Geometry is a Greek word that means measurements of the earth. This study of measurements has led to remarkable advancements in surveying land, precise construction of buildings, and determining our place in the cosmos. For the Greeks and many other ancient cultures, geometry was a bridge between the physical world and the divine. It was our understanding of geometry and numbers that arguably led to the creation of civilization. Everything from the stars in the sky to the seasons in agriculture had a principle of geometry embedded in it. Shelter and agriculture would not exist without our awareness of the geometry that is all around us. Euclid was the first Greek mathematician to summarize in detail the axioms and theorems of geometry, although he probably learned the basics from the Egyptians who used geometry in their building of pyramids and other temples. Most of Euclid's theorems still stand today as completely valid for modern mathematicians. Of course, not all geometrical shapes were sacred for the Greeks. Temples at the time became hallowed only if they followed certain geometrical proportions and were oriented in a specific direction. Only then would a temple be considered pleasing to the gods. This concern with proportion and direction can be seen in many different cultures around the world, which might point to something universal in our human nature. Almost all ancient peoples created their sacred sites with careful references to correct geometry, proportions, and position. From the megaliths in Britain to the pyramids in Egypt, they all aligned themselves with the stars in the skies with laser precision, all of which point to a very intentional effort to connect to the heavens above. Quote, Egyptians and ancient Greek cultures used circles, ellipses, triangles, squares, and rectangles to derive harmonious proportions for their tombs and temples. Skinner, page 8. Linking these shapes to each other using whole numbers became quite the invigorating challenge for geometers of the past. Creating the relationship between these shapes using whole numbers became crucial as it became easier to execute such precise and structurally stable buildings. Sacred geometry was also used by the Islamic traditions, where the representation of humans or animals in any form was strictly forbidden. As a result, Islamic cultures have tile patterns and timeless architectural features such as the cupola, the tunnel vault, and the horseshoe arches. Any form of artistic expression followed geometry and to showcase beauty and ultimately the divine. The reality is, quote, the reality is that this approach, which draws on the superposition of specific geometric forms for the purpose of orienting and defining spatial relationships, necessarily evolved from early Egyptian and Greek efforts to master the use, definition, and control of space, and thereby architecture and its design. Basically, the religion of sacred geometry faded over the centuries as geometry became more of a tool rather than a symbol of worship. Modern-day followers of sacred geometry believe that modern-day followers believe that the most popular religions of today borrowed, if not were inspired by symbols and shapes that predate the origins of religion. It's their objective and unbiased recognition of their sacred value that point to the fact that the shapes were divine in some regard before being adopted. Followers of sacred geometry also believe that studying geometry and understanding its symbolic meanings will ultimately lead to higher states of consciousness. In these higher states of consciousness, we are given access to untapped cosmic wisdom that will help us more easily live through our life's struggles. This also comes with the understanding that we are all spiritual creatures experiencing the physical world, and not physical entities with souls, as most commonly believed. There is also a creator who is a sort of master geometer, but is often referred to as God for a more universal understanding. God, for them, can be interpreted many different ways, which explains why people around the world call it by different names. This inclusion kills the argument of there being only one true God, as it becomes very subjective to culture, and recognizes that God transcends human language. The circle represents everything and an infinite oneness. As it has no corners or ends, it will continue on forever and repeat itself as we look at other sacred shapes. The circle also represents the feminine energy of the universe that gives life and gives way to consciousness. The essence of a circle exists in a dimension that transcends linear rationality, as the ratio between circumference and diameter can never be a whole number. We understand this ratio as pi, which is infinite by its very nature. The square represents balance and the finite nature of our physical world. The four perfect sides creates rigidity and strength in sacred symbolism. It also represents the masculine energy that serves as a foundation for grounding consciousness. It's important to remember that as conscious creatures, we embody both feminine and masculine energies in our beings. We can understand this by our left and right side of our brains. The left side of our brains is logic-based, using patterns and rigid understanding, while the right side of our brains are chaotic, flexible, and free of constraints. The seed of life is a representation of the genesis of all life. Using circles, it is said that this symbol represents one of the first steps God took in creating life. The 7 circles are drawn perfectly equidistant to each other, which creates a wholeness within itself. The flower of life stems from the seed of life and represents all of life and its complexities. The flower of life can be found all over the world, dating back 5,000 years, with almost the same name. The flower of life also represents the cycle of life, from seed to tree to fruit and back to seed. This miraculous cycle is easily overlooked as it happens to us almost constantly, but is a miracle nonetheless. Spirals bring it all together. Unlike the circle that goes endlessly round and round, a spiral implies progression. The squares that fit perfectly into the spirals are similar to how we face similar life problems throughout our lives. Every time we do, there is room for growth and learning that wasn't possible before, and so we have a more spacious perspective. Spirals represent growth and can be seen in almost everything in nature. From these shapes, one can draw lines and create almost any shape that resides in our reality. The symbolism of each shape represents a part of our understanding of the universe and reality itself from the perspective of God. Sacred geometry and the study of it opens doors of acceptance that many religions simply avoid doing in fear of other cultures. Coming from an objective and accepting point of view is the key to the unification of our struggles today in this world.